Hey everyone, it's JoAnn from JoBoogie Crafts, and it's my second project of the month for April, and I'm using Best Day Anya for the greeting farm. So I've already stamped her onto Nina Solar White Crest cardstock, and I already cut her out using my Brother Scan and Cut, which I've had for years, and it's probably like the first time I've used it in 2021, but that's a different story. Anyway, so I'm coloring her up with my Copic markers. I always start off with the skin, because if I mess that up, then I can stamp it all over again and just start all over. But I use E000, and then I go to my darkest color. I don't know why I do this. I took a Copic certification class like 10 years ago, and I honestly can't remember what they taught me. I'm a creature of habit, so I don't know exactly what they said. There was certifications on shadowing and light sources, and it was great. But then because I took a hiatus from creating cards for so long, I lost all my knowledge. I'm sure I have it in notes somewhere, like I have it written down. Anyways, so I use E11 for the darker shade, like where her the shadow is, and then I'm going over with it with E00. And then where am I going with this? Oh, and then I'm going back with E000 to blend it all out. It's almost like applying makeup. Not that I'm the best makeup applier, but it's almost like you gotta blend all the time when you use Copic markers. Because I remember one makeup artist telling me one day, she's like, the key to good makeup is blending and your brushes. Well, the key to good coloring is your markers and blending. So I guess it's the same thing. Anyways, digressing again. Now I'm going in on her hair. So 2 weeks ago, I posted a video using a different stamp and basically the same colors. So I'm going over it again because this little image is going into my daughter's Disneyland scrapbook. So the story with her Disneyland scrapbook, it is when she's 12 now. When she was 8, we surprised her with a trip with her little friends, 2 friends from school. One moved to Southern California like mid-school year. And then her good friend who she dances with, who she used to dance with, we all decided to just surprise the girls with a trip. So we stayed at the Great Wolf Lodge, and we, I don't even think we told them what we were doing. We woke them up that morning and we took them on the plane. Actually, was her friend in SoCal moved yet? I don't think she was moved yet, but her mom moved already, and she was staying with her dad because there was a work conflict. So her mom had to move first. So she hadn't seen her mom in a couple weeks. So it was great to see them reunited. It was so cute. Anyways, the girls were super stoked. When they found out they were going to Disneyland and missing a day of school, because we literally went from a Friday to a Sunday. And they didn't have their brothers with them. They didn't have their dads with them. And it was just the cutest little thing. So anyways, coloring her hair. Doing the same technique that I did 2 weeks ago, using the same colors, C3, C5, C7, and C9. And I start off with C3 and do like a wedge technique. So I try to figure out where the shadow is going to be and where the light source is going to hit. And then I make my little wedges, try to blend it with an upstroke with each darkening color ascending. Does that make sense? Anyway, ascending darkening color. Darker color. You know what I mean. You guys are probably more versed in this than I am. So anyway, so now I'm going in with, what is this, C7, and just blending on the upstroke. I find that it's easier to blend when you stroke up versus stroking down. Why is that? I probably learned that in 2010, but I don't remember why now. God, it's been 10 years since I took that class. It was great. I don't even know if they do them anymore. But yeah, I was Copic certified. I had a certificate. I feel so special. And I got that done. It was like an all-day class. It was great. And then now, I don't remember anything I've learned. And I learned everything on YouTube. Anyway, this project that I'm doing for my daughter and her little Disneyland scrapbook, it's like a continuous project that I was gung-ho about when we got back from the trip. And then I was overwhelmed with when I sat down with the supplies. So, needless to say, I've only scrapbooked. You'll see it a little later in this video. I've scrapbooked maybe 8 pages, but it's not even true scrapbooking because I just stuck the pictures in the pockets and I didn't journal. I probably journaled one little thing. I'm gonna be better about it. I'm gonna try. I had intentions of catching up with Who actually catches up with scrapbooking? Raise your hand and tell me if you've actually caught up with scrapbooking. I think you're a unicorn because it doesn't happen. Anyway, I forgot to color the middle of her hair, so I'm going over with my markers right now. But yeah, I had intentions of making the scrapbook. I thought it would be cute to make her a mini album for her trip. And then I only scrapbooked one, I think it was not even the whole day of the trip. It was just like half the afternoon of the first day. There's so many more pictures. I think that's why I get overwhelmed with vacation albums. I don't have very many vacation albums. And I get overwhelmed and bored with one theme. I think that's why I can't do December daily either. Okay, I think I have ADHD. Is that a thing? Crafting ADHD? I can't stay still with one project. Anyway, now I'm coloring her Mickey ears, her Minnie Mouse ears, because in my mind, those are Minnie ears on a headband. We own a lot since we've been to Disneyland many times. So I'm using W9, W7, W5, and W3, and just blending and shading, darkest to lightest. And I didn't think it looked black enough. I didn't want to use the same colors for her black hair because then there wouldn't be a distinction between the ears and the hair in my mind. So I said, okay, well, I'm just going to use the W's for the ears. And I think it came out fine. And I'm sorry I'm in the corner of the video. I didn't realize I'm not in the center. Ooh, my mat needs some cleaning. How do you clean mats? Like, I think that's like, it's probably Tim Holtz ink on there. A little bit of Copic marker action. What else is on my mat? Some Chalk Couture stuff. That mat has stories to tell. Coloring her boots with the same W's. We are almost done with the coloring. The coloring takes the longest. If I didn't splice this video down and speed it up, it took me about 20 minutes to color. So now I decided to color her dress red. So I only used R29 and R24. I find that if I brought out R27, but I find that if I use all three, it doesn't look like there's a distinction between shadows and different colors. Like the contrast isn't there. At least for me. Oh yeah, since I've been on hiatus from coloring, I didn't realize they changed the refills for the Copics. I was looking for the refills that I had, and they don't have it. It's a different shape, and I guess it's less, but more expensive. Hello, inflation. But seriously, I can't believe that the same refills that I got years ago is a different shape and hard to find and more expensive. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Coloring her bow red to match her dress. And then I was sitting here deciding what to do about the little heart and the bow in front of her dress. And so I decided to use my Wink of Stella marker. That one is gold. Just to give it a little sparkle. I don't think it picks up very well in the video, but you could probably use stickles. Do people use Wink of Stella anymore? This is how out of it I am. And then I wanted to use Wink of Stella clear. So I would have used stickles. But to be honest, I don't know where they are in my craft room. So the stickles were right. I mean, the Wink of Stella was right next to me. So that's what we got. So I put some on her little dress. I guess it's like a tutu. To me, in my mind, she's wearing a tutu. So I'm trying to show you how sparkly it is. It's not sparkling. Anyway, this is the mini album that I'm using. It's by Simple Stories, and I'm using a lot of their collection for it. So I'm showing, well, I'm trying to get to the page, but I'm showing you what I did. So that's the little spot I'm going to put the journaling card on. So I have these Say Cheese cards that I've already had. So I was flipping through them and trying to decide which one to use. Then I settled on that one that says Our Magical Adventure, and she would fit perfectly right there. But I don't like using just plain cards, so I wanted to zhuzh it up a little bit. So I was looking in my collection of Disney stuff. So I separate, the way I organize some of my supplies is that I separate by theme, especially like if it's a major theme, like I have camping or Disney or boy, girl. But the Disney stuff was all together. So I thought I was going to put a tag and make some layers, but nothing really popped out to me. And so I found this Brad pack that I had. And there's one particular Brad that I wanted to use. So I just used the arrow that's right there. And I was deciding if I was going to use anything else, but I decided against it. So usually I use a mouse pad, like an old mouse pad underneath to poke this hole, but I can't find the mouse pad. But I thought this arrow was so cute. I like dimension in my books. And it's funny, we had a family member look through our books one time, and I could see her oohing and awing over dimensions and layers. So that was great. So anyway, I'm using these Teresa Collins dots, and then I got these. Okay, last time I showed you the hack about the foam, craft foam to use as dimensional adhesive, but I went cropping a couple weeks ago at a store and I didn't have any craft foam on me, so I had to buy the dimensional adhesive. So that is the project. I hope you guys like it. I'm gonna stick it in the book, and there you go. Thanks for watching today. Bye.